Hi everyone. Thank you for joining August 2023's Stampin' Class by Mail. I'm Gina Wieselman of MySweetPaper.com, and I've teamed up with Brenda Cardinal, another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, to offer these monthly classes by mail. This month, Brenda will show you how to stamp and assemble your cards, and next month it'll be my turn. Have fun making your cards, and here's Brenda with the first of the 3 designs. Make sure to follow the links in the video description to access both of the other designs.
Thanks, Gina. Are you ready to make some unique cards featuring the Earthen Elegance suite from Stampin' Up's 2023 to 2024 annual catalog? I'm Brenda Cardinal of stampintulip.stampinup.net, and I can't wait to show you how to stamp and assemble your cards. If you order a Stampin' Class by Mail kit from either Gina or me, you already have your cardstock and embellishments cut and ready to go to make 3 each of our 3 card designs. Just pull out the stamp set and ink pads and a few supplies shown here. If you didn't order a Stampin' Class by Mail kit and would like supply lists and measurements for each of our card designs, click the link below in the video description to join one of our email lists for that exclusive content and also to receive invites for our future Stampin' classes. To place a Stampin' Up! Order and qualify for our promotions, make sure you use the host code provided in the video description. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Please reach out to Gina or me if you need any stamping supplies, or would like to chat about becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or hosting a Stampin' Up! Event. Let's get started. Our first card is our Copper Clay Good in This World card. If you order a Stampin' Class by Mail kit, all the parts and pieces were cut to size and shipped to you. If you didn't order a kit and would like to receive the measurements, go ahead and follow the link in the video description to sign up for one of our email lists. Let's get started by doing our stamping, and we're going to stamp our greeting on our gray granite circle. Our ink color for this card is Copper Clay. That's one of our new in colors. And we're just going to ink that up and stamp it in the center of our circle. Okay, we'll set that aside and let that dry. Next, we're going to stamp our branch in several places. First, we're going to stamp it on our Designer Series paper piece. This was punched with our Banners Pick-a-Punch, and we use this punch all the time. And one of the reasons we love it is that it punches 2 different ends on your strips of cardstock or Designer Series paper, and in 3 different widths. So it's like getting 6 punches in one. So we're just going to ink that up, and we're going to stamp it down the center of this strip. Okay, then just to add a little something to the inside of our card, we're going to stamp that on the gray granite piece as well. And I'm going to stamp it a little bit lower so the stem actually falls off that cardstock. And then I'm also going to add that to our envelope. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put it down low enough so it stamps off our envelope. All right. So now what we want to do is we want to stamp this little decorative edge that will show to the right of our Designer Series paper piece. So I'm going to lay this piece like this, and I'm going to bring my Designer Series paper in, and I'm going to lay it approximately where it will be when I attach it. I don't want to attach it now, and I'm going to kind of find the center here of where that piece would be. And I'm going to kind of hold my finger here, and then I'm going to ink up my stamp, and I'm going to stamp it so it's about 1/4 inch away from the edge, the cut edge over here. And what I want to make sure is that I don't stamp the stem beyond where my Designer Series paper is going to go. And we can fudge with this a little bit. If it gets a little too close to this edge, we can move this around a little bit. But try to kind of think about that when you're stamping it. Now before I ink that up, the stamp up again, I'm going to stamp it a second time. And then I'm just going to keep doing that. And I'm going to end on a dark. And so I'm going to put this one here and stamp that way. And stamp here and stamp that way. Okay, so now to make sure I like how it looks, I'm going to lay this back in. I'm also going to lay our other piece of Designer Series paper and see if I like how that looks. And to me, it looks like I maybe could use one more over here. So I'm going to pick this all up and I'm going to stamp it one more time here and then again. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Yeah, I like how that looks. So that's all of our stamping. All right, let's start putting our card together. So I'll bring in the card base and I'll fold that in half and put a nice crease on that with my bone folder. Then with your Stampin' Seal, let's add the inside piece. I like how this gray granite piece is just light enough to be able to write on. Typically we put a basic white or very vanilla piece in there, but I thought that was a nice touch to add the gray granite inside instead. All right, so let's bring in our designer series paper. Notice this is directional. I don't want my branches going down, although they could if you like that look better. But I'm going to put mine so they look like they're climbing up the wall. Oops. There we go. And I'm going to put the top cut edge at the fold of my card, and then I'm going to move it over about ½ an inch from the left side. And then I'll put that down. Okay. Next, I'm going to add our Pretty Peacock Designer Series piece, and I'm going to pop that up. So I'm going to bring in my large dimensionals, and I'm going to pop that up. I think I'll use 4 so it stays nice and firm and doesn't sag in the middle. Remove those release papers, and I'm going to put it so that the points of my Pretty Peacock Designer Series paper are about ½ inch from the cut edge of the first Designer Series paper, and then kind of equal borders at the top and bottom, like that. Oops, it looks like it's a little crooked. Let's move it over just a touch. There you go, that looks better. All right, so then let's bring in our Pretty Peacock circle and our stamped gray granite circle, and we'll add the Pretty Peacock behind the gray granite one. And I'm kind of looking for a vertical line like this, and make sure my so that I know where to put the Pretty Peacock piece, right? But I want to make sure it's kind of balanced so that horizontally with the words, I get this perpendicular look to it. All right. And now I'm going to pop that up with our dimensionals as well. So let me show you how I'm going to do that, because this is already high because we put it on dimensionals. The right side of this needs to have 2 dimensionals. The left side has to have 2 dimensionals. The right side just needs 1. So I'm going to flip that over. I'm going to put 1 here, and I'm going to put 1 here, peel the release paper off, and add a second one. Okay. And then we'll add this. Okay. And then the last thing to do is add our copper clay in color dots. Just like that. And then with our envelope, there's our first card. Thanks for participating in this month's Stampin' Class by Mail. And now here's Gina with a few more things.
Thanks, Brenda. Make sure to follow the links in the video description for a few key things. Access to the other videos from this month's class. Sign up for one of our email lists so you get all of our exclusive content, including the measurements for these card designs. Access a special Pinterest board we curated with even more ways to use the class supplies. And see a sneak peek of next month's card designs featuring the Joy of Christmas Suite by Stampin' Up. Thanks for participating, and don't forget to click subscribe on this YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Until next month, happy stamping!